Hey everybody, welcome to the Dead Unicorn, the tabletop role-playing game club. My name is Corey.
From another category.
Today we're playing Shadow Empire. It's Legend of the Five Rings, and we have our full cast right here, waiting very patiently.
With bated breath.
Okay. First off,
with death.
Check
I
out.
have my bingo card ready.
Ooh, bingo card. Get bingo cards ready. First off, check out my backer kit. It's going to go live on June 11th. It is a fantasy adventure using the rules of Pathfinder, Dungeons and Dragons, and Cypher, whatever system you want. I don't have the Daggerheart? Is that what it's called? I haven't looked at that yet. But
yeah, it's an interesting system. I haven't looked at it fully, but I have listened to some stuff about it, and so far it's
maybe it's too new, or maybe it's just what the doctor ordered to put that in there. But I can't. I don't have the books. I can't. Okay. Check out my backer kit. What's going on next? Hey, I think we have a poll. We do a poll every week.
You do have a poll?
Oh yeah, I think I shared first place last week with someone else. So
yep.
I'm gonna.
And this time I think we have another tie. Yep, we have a tie between Ide Youngso and Shisuro Kuronagi.
Nice.
It's the spies.
Hey, high five! Awesome.
All right, there we go.
Those cool kids.
They seem to get it.
What? So last time I asked y'all for a really interesting, a fun thing to do, which was say something that you left behind that you missed from your childhood, and everybody went super dark and terrible with it.
I didn't.
You want me to go?
Mine was so funny.
So
it was so funny.
So this time, I'm gonna ask y'all to share a story from your first car or something about your first car that I don't care if it goes dark. We're just gonna go with it. So
is it the first car that you bought or was given to you by your family?
The first car that you believe was yours. Doesn't matter if it was a hand-me-down or given by the family or you paid for it yourself. The first car that you thought was yours, that you could do whatever you want with it. My first car was a Chevy Beretta, and the only cool thing about that car was its name. Its door handles were up on its windowsill, so it's like you put your hand in, like, here's the window, right? And there's no door handle on the bottom. There was a little latch in the window, and you pulled it and the door opened. Very weird. I slammed Howard's finger in there once. That was amazing. I was so mortified. I mean, it was
some kind of audio issue on my end. You're going like underwater sound.
As a person who had a finger stuck in a car door before, it is not fun.
It's not. And I'm mortified by it.
Hasn't everyone had their finger slammed in a car door at some point? I feel like it happens to everyone. It sucks.
I had my thumb stuck in a door for like 10 minutes, and then it was really badly broken.
Ooh.
Now it does this.
This knuckle is permanently jammed because of getting stuck in a car door.
So
my sister closed the door on my hand and then didn't want to tell my mom, and I was there screaming in pain, like, "What is your go get mom? She has the keys." And she's like, "No, I'm gonna get in trouble." And I'm like, "My fucking hand!" Yeah.
Terry, you look like you have a first car story.
Oh, I have at least 3.
Pick one.
I'm gonna do 2 of them because one of them's very short. My first car was called the Slut by my family because it was passed down through so many people. So everybody got a ride. You know what I mean? Everybody got a turn on the Slut. Yeah. And it was a Toyota Corolla, 95, I think, Toyota Corolla, red. And it was also the car that, for some reason, when I went down, I would go downtown a lot in San Antonio, and for one night, somebody snuck in over to my car and stole the catalytic converter out of it. And so from then on, it sounded so fucking loud to drive that people thought I had a souped up race car, that I had like secretly souped up my little Toyota Corolla. And so while I was driving on the street, I'd stop at a light and people would like look at me and rev their engine and be like, yeah, let's do this. And I'd be like, yeah, let's do this. I'd like buy into it so hard.
Just watch
and then
them
let
drive
them
off.
like rip off into the sunset and like turn and not do anything. Because I'm like, I have a shitty Toyota Corolla and I'm never gonna race you, you asshole. Go, get out of here.
I gotta say, Toyota Corolla was a lot of people's first car.
Yeah, it was.
I was trained to drive a Toyota Corolla.
That's my short. There's a longer story to that car, but I'm not going to get into that one.
Who do you play? And then choose somebody else.
Oh yeah, I play Shishiro Kuranagi, your friendly neighborhood scorpion, who is totally not going to drive her car into your house at some point. I will go ahead and pass it off to James.
Well, my first car was an 88 Buick Century, and I'm also going to be going with two, but that's because one leads into the other. Within the first month of owning it, the engine block cracked with a 6-inch long, 1/2-inch wide across 2 cylinders crack. Replaced the engine with one that was 2 years older but bigger, and got out of and here's the second one. I got out of so many tickets driving on 465 at well over 100 miles an hour, because every time the cops would pull me over, I'd go, it's a stock standard engine. It can't go that fast. They'd pop the hood, they'd look, and go, all right, well, since I don't have an accurate reading, just slow it down. Yes, sir, will do. Until one officer with very good eyes went, your speedometer needle's bent. That means you had to have been going faster than 140 at some point. And I went, damn, you got good eyes. You bet. I hope you make detective soon. and got let off with another warning. Kept it slow after that.
Not after he watches this stream, he won't.
Oh, that was back in 97. So statute of limitations long gone.
Tarek, can you fix Sasha's mic? Character.
Oh, yes.
And I'm playing Ide Youngso, Tiny Spy and Tiny Tank of our group, as well as musician. Though I haven't gotten a chance to play my horsehead fiddle in a while. Anyway, I'll pass it on to Crystal.
Hello. My first car was a Scion XB in a black cherry red.
She really likes that car too.
It was awesome. I loved it. Got it brand new after I graduated college. And I really liked the original design, where it was definitely boxy, better than the current one. But James is the one that made me think of my story, because on my first long road trip, I looked at my speedometer, which is conveniently right on the top of the dash in the middle, so it's very easy to look at it as you're looking at the road. And I noticed I was going over 100 miles an hour, and I was like, well, shit. Because it was in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. or something, and there was nobody around.
And she was drunk.
No.
Yeah, way to throw her under the bus.
She was popped up on speed.
Did end up getting pulled over for speeding on that very trip, but I was only going like 75.
Sure.
Who do you play and who's next?
I play Moshi Sora. Everybody's, well, the only fire spell person. I catch things on fire, and I stop fires, and I whack people with fire to heal them. It's a whole thing.
And have lit a fire in at least 2 of your fellow characters' hearts.
Yes, apparently everybody carries a flame for Moshisora. Let's
Daisuke's like, hey, if you light a fire, you have to pursue me.
Sasha?
Is my mic working now?
Yeah, you're good.
I can hear airplanes with that one.
That was a car going past me.
Ah, okay.
I don't drive and I don't have a first car story, so I'm done.
No.
How about a fun, scary story or a scary ride story? It's like, you know what? My father or mother figure sped down the road while I was screaming and panting in panic.
No, because I don't want that trauma to be broadcast on the internet forever. No thanks. I'm good. I'm passing. I play Bayushi Naorin, and I'm the party's duelist. Fight people. I'd like to say good, but that's debatable. Really just depends. Yeah, best friends and partners with that little menace smiling over there, Kuranagi, and hopefully we'll be able to figure out what we got to do today. I never really know what to say for these. We do them all the time, and I'm running out of ways to be funny. So, who's the last person, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll just get the character introduction out of the way before I get into my story. So I played Daisuke, our local warrior poet, who's supposed to be the courier and voice of the group, but knowing my improv capabilities, not that great. So I rely on dice. But onto my first car story. So I inherited my family's Ford Windstar, which we bought new. It was a Ford Windstar 95. And it essentially took me from point A to point B. And I started taking it to my local community college, which was San Antonio College. And the whole time, the van was immaculate. It worked for us. We didn't get into any accidents. But as soon as I started driving, unfortunately, the poor thing started getting hit. Not through any fault of my own, thankfully, whether you believe me or not. And the very first accident I ever got into, I was going southbound to I-35 to get to my class in the morning. And I was in a option lane where I could stay on I-35 and keep going, which was what my plan was, or I could go to 410. And I was just driving down the road, following the same speed of traffic, and then something told me, "Hey, look to your right." I looked to my periphery and then made a full head turn around, and I saw this big white Chevy just boom hit me, forced me to go onto 410 on 2 flat tires, and I had to stop at the emergency lane. And I'm like, what the hell? And the guy just kept on barreling on through like he had no problem with doing that to me whatsoever. And I'm just like, wow, okay.
Cars turn people into terrible people. We should do something about car culture. It's terrible. But let's start the game. You guys are at the Boathouse in Lion District. It is getting late. The sun's hitting the deck.
Daisuke in his disguise. All right, I'm going to the brothels.
You found a boathouse that you went to. There seems to be someone inside, or at least there's a light in there. Other than that, I think you were deciding on if you were going to go inside or not, or who was going to go inside.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think we were talking about announcing ourselves.
Yeah, whether you wanted to knock or whether you wanted to just go on in.
What is the secret ingredient of Grandma Nut's pumpkin pie? The Cupid Shuffle.
I'll let you either knock or sneak in or walk in, however y'all want to do it. And go.
I believe I told everybody to walk over there and try to engage with them while I stood watch because I don't want them to notice me looking like a Boseki and ask me questions I don't know the answers to.
Okay. I guess the rest of you walk up to the door.
Yeah.
Of course.
Are we knocking? Are we opening it? Are we... You knock on the door. Okay. Y'all wait a little bit. Tarek.
Yeah.
I was going to say that Naurin opens the door if it's more than a few seconds, in case that matters for what you're about to say.
Yes.
Because I do not care about announcing myself to, like, gang members.
Yes.
They're going to run off, so...
Well, yeah. After a few seconds, you open the door and you see a shadow kind of dart through a hole in the side of the room. And I was gonna say to Tarek that his character, sees a shadow going out from the side and into the bushes
Of love.
Yeah, the bushes.
Why would they be bushes of love?
That's a Corey question.
Bushes of Love.
Bleeding Hearts?
Bushes of Love is a bad lip reading song that they did for Star Wars. They bad lip read Star Wars and made a song out of it
silly.
called Bushes of Love. It's silly, but it's also kind of fun. I don't know why Matt brought that up, but sure, Bushes of Love.
It came up in the discussion earlier today, so I thought, Corey said bushes.
I prefer the explanation that he's just talking about Bleeding Heart.
I'm talking about the
Okay,
bush.
Kuranagi will look over and
the
go...
shadow jumps into a bush and begins to sing Glycerine.
Fair enough. Everybody needs some bush in their life.
Prevent myself from singing for just in case there's copyright problems.
But anyways, doors open. Now you just
security
glimpse
can
it
be copyright.
as you see the person, what you think might be a person, jump away through a hole in the side of the building.
Oh yes, because organized criminals prefer to be acknowledged by knocking on their door.
Otherwise, inside the boathouse, you see that it's mostly crumbled. There are some boards around. There is a fire that has been made like the a lot of the boards have been burnt out, and there's just bare dirt. And there's been a fire made. There's also a large mound, and there is a stick that you can use as a makeshift funeral headstone, and it's jammed in to where that big mound is. You see scraps of litter, like somebody's has been here. Obviously, there has been, but other than that, there's not a lot of time to understand what's going on. This is just a cursory glance before you can now you can act. Whether you want to do something or not.
I call out to the guy in the bushes and go, in my manly voice, you really gonna hide from a bunch of people looking to help the gang out?
Why'd you become a Texan?
Hey, partner. I don't
Hey there,
think
partner.
hiding over there is a smart idea.
You're not too good at it.
I don't think my shotgun.
You better
Thinks
mosey
it's
on
fine.
over here before I get ornery. The guy, he jumped into the bushes, but he didn't stop there. He's continuing
Unless
to
you
move
place
on.
it, I think.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to basically talk at them.
Okay. I guess you can make a courtesy check. We're gonna say this is Earth because you're trying to reason with the guy.
I'm also trying to trick him.
I'm going to stay outside of the boathouse and just kind of be on watch.
What is Naren going to do?
Naren is going to. Fuck, I want to know, but at the same time, like.
Oh no!
It just said I logged out.
Yep.
Well, we still see you, Crystal. It's Tarek that's vanished.
Mm-hmm.
It just said I logged out. That was weird.
Okay. Tarek, a samurai, even when he has not eaten, uses their toothpick.
I can follow him. I'm going.
Sasha,
Sorry, my browser crashed.
Well, if anything good, it's you.
Sasha, we didn't get everything that you were saying. I have to change now all of the cameras around.
Naren assumes that Kuranagi would probably be the one to follow him, but she'll go out in case Kuranagi needs her help, in whatever that decision is.
You're not gonna look around the boathouse either.
The boathouse will still be here when I come back. That man is running right now.
It's true.
So,
Very
priorities.
Okay. So, Youngso, what are you doing? What are you up to?
I was going to just stay near the doorway on the outside and basically be on guard.
Okay. You do not see anybody inside. Doji Daisuke.
All right.
I have
be searching?
I have keen hearing. Will that help?
Hold on. Doji Daisuke.
Yes.
Any
What do you want me to
action?
do?
Are you doing anything?
Well, I'm probably just gonna observe. Like this is mostly a Kuronagi and Naren-led mission, so he's kind of new to this. He's not exactly
Okay.
sure what to be looking out for.
All right, Moshi Sora.
It looks like the place is empty and somebody just ran out, so I'm going back out the door.
Okay.
Sounds to me like he buried someone in here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and there's the freshly
Um,
overturned mound in one corner of the boathouse.
Keen hearing does not help you talk to somebody.
Yeah. Does affective harmlessness though?
Yes.
Oh, that?
Okay. Well, I'll re-roll 2 dice.
Nice.
Well, I'm
Just
gonna get lot of
a
strength in this
harmless seeming mafia member.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
I'm an ally.
I'm a part of your crew, homie. I'm a crew homie. Okay, let's do that. I'll take that minis. And then Earth Ring. General use. I guess I'll spend 2 to subtly recall an important piece of information not directly related to the task. And spend 1 of my opportunity to reassure another character in the scene, allowing them to remove 2 strife, and I guess that will be this guy
Okay.
to try to keep him from freaking out.
That's a good maneuver. I like that.
Like, chill, homie. We're good.
Chill.
Daddy, chill.
I didn't want to say it, but you did.
What the hell was that?
I don't want that
even is
sound
that?
clip in the universe.
Yeah.
So, you see the guy kind of stumble out of the snowbank in the bush. He looks ragged, emaciated, and he says, "Perhaps you're here to know the story, or perhaps you're here to finish the job." And he falls over.
Ah.
What?
Naren walks over, picks him up, drags him back around the house.
Is he bleeding? Or did he just possum? What happened?
He walked out of the snowbank. He trudged out. He looks ragged. He's wearing rags of a kimono. He looks emaciated. And he says, "Perhaps you're here to hear my. Perhaps you're here to know the story, or perhaps you're here to kill me."
To
And
finish the
he
job,
falls
yeah.
over unconscious.
But he doesn't look like he's bleeding actively or something, right?
No.
Just emaciated. Okay, so it's not like he just got stabbed and ran away. Okay, good. Kuranagi will kind of give a weird look over to Naurin and shuffle over forward through the snow.
Naren's just dragging the guy.
Yeah, back into the house so we can talk and take a look at him out
Is there?
away
You
from
said
more prying eyes.
you said there was light in the boathouse.
That's right.
Do you have a little torch or fire?
Is
There's
there a
a
little
tiny-
fire in there?
There's a tiny fire.
Yeah. Okay. Like one of the little pits that they have in the Japanese houses, kind of thing.
No, it's
fire.
on the bare floor, and it looks like it's been made with the lumber that hasn't been just destroyed from this house that's been burnt.
Wow.
Like he's pulling
okay.
up the floorboards that have not been burnt to a crisp to make this fire.
Yeah, those have fumes in them, or those have chemicals in them that cause fumes to.
Well, now we understand why
cool.
he's passed out.
Yeah, now we understand why he's
Probably
back.
not right
He's already
now.
fucking boathouse varnish.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's got the vapors. The
He's-
vapors.
he does have the vapors. Somebody
Once he's like Naren kind of like gently like sets him down against the wall and then like looks at Sora and says he just collapsed. Perhaps we could.
Probably
You want me to
frozen.
treat him? I could look
Take
him
a look.
over.
He's probably frozen half to death and starving.
Let's see if we can't do something about that. He seems to have information.
All right.
Maybe. Does he look like a Baseki, by the way? Does his
Yeah.
kimono look like it does?
Uh-huh.
Is there a grave marker in the house?
Yes, it's stuck in the ground next to a lump where it looks like something was buried.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna deal with that.
Medicine check to see if there appears to be anything wrong with him other than being hungry and exhausted.
Sure. TN. I'm gonna make it a TN1. It's really easy.
I'm helping.
Do you want any particular approach?
What is it? A scholar thing?
It's a
Yeah.
scholar thing.
Air
Air.
is fine. Yeah.
There we go. Here.
There we go.
I got literally no successes.
Well, I'm glad I rolled.
Wee! Look at all these opportunities. I don't know what I'm gonna
Should
do.
I
with
give it a go?
them.
Doom.
I got it.
Would you like me to give it a shot with the medicine roll?
Now Ren
did one. It was only TN1 to give him a look over.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with them.
If you use Doom, like probably the worst it'll happen is that he hawks like a loogie at your face. Is like, oh no, oh.
He like hunches over, voms onto Moshisara. Doji Daisuke gags, turns around, voms in the corner. That's what I imagine.
What are you using your opportunity for?
Oh, that's a great question. General use.
Well, learn a detail about a person in my company, such as advantage or disadvantage of their choice, about our new buddy.
Okay. Advantage or disadvantage? He is loyal. He's a loyal guy. Very loyal.
Very loyal. Okay.
Loyal's disloyal.
Okay, I guess I'll probably use the same one then.
You.
Is that a one opportunity one, or is that something else?
That's
It's actually a 1+. You can do it any number of times for, like, it's a per opportunity thing.
Naren, yes, he is, hasn't been eating well. He is, fatigued out, very fatigued out. Did you want to do it 1+? Did you want to do more? I mean, you had 3 opportunities.
I will use another one to also learn his demeanor and strife.
All right, his strife is 7.
7.
His demeanor is gruff.
Naren kind of looks over at Sora and says, he is extremely fatigued. Perhaps you might be able to help with that with your very special talents. And as a plus, you might warm him up at the same time.
Daisuke?
Yes.
I'm just noticing in the dim light in the room, the flames caught your face in just the right way. That makes you look completely obvious as who you are.
Wonderful.
Maybe keep that hood up a little higher.
It's the scar.
All right,
Yeah,
so I'll
that
see
is-
what I can do. And like Daisuke tries to put more fabric over his mouth. This at least a little better.
You look downright like a scorpion.
As you
He rolls his eyes.
are discussing it, you see a figure in the doorway.
Okay.
He is a tall bearded man
How do you
wearing
get past
lion
it?
armor.
Lion armor?
Mm-hmm. He looks to be, I don't know, y'all can make a culture check to see if you recognize his family.
I would love to.
It is a
They're allies?
TN2.
So is it analyze, survey?
What did you say it was? Culture?
It's recall. It's going to be Earth. This is an Earth roll, not an air.
Oh, I'll re-roll then.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a culture Earth to recall. Looking at the Mon, seeing his adornments, and trying to get his family name.
So many dice, I can't do anything.
Gotta love it when that happens.
All right, Naren got it. Kuronagi got it. Daisuke got it.
Yep.
Everybody got it. Okay, it's a Matsu.
Oh,
Ooh.
scatter! Everybody scatter!
In the girl voice? Or are you joking?
No, I'm joking.
How he ended up in the doorway without me noticing, I'm slightly surprised since I said I was staying outside and standing guard.
You were staying outside? Okay.
Yeah, you said
there's a man. I'm sorry, I missed that. There's a man that walks up to you at the doorway. And everybody notices right as Daisuke is trying to
announce it or whatever.
No, make his disguise better.
And what he sees of me is black kimono, a flash of red under it, a black mask, and a one of those reed hats. So it's just kind of cock head looking at him as he walks up, though I do alert others that somebody's coming.
He will walk right past you.
Rude.
I don't have any plan markings.
He's hunched over the guy on the floor and turn toward the Matsu and be like, Matsu-sama, what brings you out this far?
Oh. I was told to watch you guys. I figure I don't want to sneak around or anything, so I'm going to be right here. Carry on.
Well, we found this friend of mine here in such a destitute position. I figure you might know something about it.
Oh, that's a gang member.
Friend of mine.
He's from what I know, he's harmless.
I imagine so.
I figure we just leave him out here. But hey, I'm here to watch you.
I wish I had cadence now, and I wish that Ida Youngso had cadence as well.
You can still send me messages, so I suggest you do.
Well, yeah, but you're not in a position to do the thing that I want done.
But I mean, I can help.
Okay, I get 6 words.
7, 5 plus rank.
5 plus rank. Okay, so need to
ditch Matsu.
No, need to identify
While you think of that, I'm gonna say thank you, Fat Corn, for the $5. They say, I mean, spicy ramen and join the show, dudes. Thanks, dude.
Are there more Matsu, or are there more lion following him as well?
Naren keeps the head of her hood, her head kind of tipped down a little bit, and says, "Can we know the name of the person sent to follow us?"
Pardon me, I did not wish to be so rude. My name is Matsu Kosaka.
Matsu Kosaka. Is this a woman or a man?
Can I make a check against their glory?
Sure.
To see if they're famous enough?
I'd like to do the same one too.
I think it's a culture check, right? Is it culture or government? I don't remember the rule here off the top of my head, but I know that there's a way to like learn their glory. What information from their glory? I believe.
I'll just give it to you. It's like it's a little bit more in the middle of the road. It's like 60 in the 60s, rank 6.
Yeah, but like, does that tell me anything about the kind of person I'm dealing with? Would I recognize anything about this person?
Like a reputation.
No, you never really met this person before.
Never heard anything about them. They're not that important. Okay, cool. So they're probably just like a guard. Do they have any insignia that shows that they're a guard of the city?
No.
Okay, so as far as we know, just the lion who's following us.
Yep.
Okay. Well, our intention was to help this man recuperate. You have any problems if we put on some food and make sure that he's all right.
Shakes his head. Do what you're gonna
Are you
do.
dropping the strife? Can
You can drop. Well, I would really like to drop
Then
the
do
strife,
it.
but
Then do it.
how much is it? 2? I'd really like to
Then
drop
do
2
it.
strife. I am really high in strife right now.
That's why I asked.
I'm just here to watch. Tarek,
Sure.
Venture Brothers. Ignore me!
Oh God.
So,
Okay.
are you looking for anything in particular?
Are you addressing the Matsu?
Yes.
He says, he looks at you and he says, I'm not supposed to talk about my orders.
Of course not.
I see. Just lonely then.
Kuranagi is going to try to put on something like start boiling some water,
Okay.
basically.
You got a
to
kettle,
make
got a
some
tea set?
I have all of the above, yeah.
Okay.
I have mess kit, which has a bunch of stuff in it to make food, and I have rations. So I think between the two, that should be good.
I'm upset because he showed up before we whipped out the fire stick. And if we whip out the fire stick, that's totally gonna out Moshisaurus.
Yeah,
So no fire stick no more.
I don't mind. We have mundane ways of dealing with things,
But
which
the
is
fire stick is
making
so fun.
making him something
I
to
know.
drink.
He was going to show up as soon as someone pointed out that Doji Daisuke only made 2 successes, and the guards, they all noticed who he was.
Recognized it. Yeah.
And as soon as somebody pointed that out, that's when the person would appear. That was the cue. That was the dramatic time for that
So-
to happen.
So is that implying that like he knows who all of us are?
No,
Like, he's
just Daisuke. Daisuke had a really low.
Roll.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe.
Yes,
I mean, I
exactly.
can't tell you.
Maybe he's guessing because of our numbers.
What we know for sure is that they know that
Daisuke.
Daisuke is Daisuke. What we don't know for sure is whether they know anybody else is anybody else.
Yeah, which means at some point me
They
and you may have to
probably
discuss it.
know who I am. Because I didn't get very many successes.
You had 3. It said that Daisuke did your disguise and got you 3 successes.
So I'm gonna start making
that's
some
not
tea.
very good, though.
Yeah, and even though I had 4, if Daisuke's recognized and Sora has a chance at being recognized because of her height, well, my own height might give me away.
So I'm just saying, 2 definitely. I'm not gonna
I'm
say
going
anything else
to-
about that though.
I'm going to there's I guess 3 things I'm doing. I'm boiling water so
Okay.
that I can put it into a teacup and make tea for him, for the guy. Actually, I'll make tea for everybody if they want it. And then I'm also going to boil some rice from a ration, and I have a battlefield medicine kit to try to rouse him. I'll pop one of those little things and put it under his nose to rouse him once the heat picks up.
Hey, Tarek, would you like me to make this into a tea ceremony, like an unofficial
Sure.
tea ceremony?
I mean, if you want to, that is definitely going to continue
That's
outing
going
you
to-
as Doji Daisuke.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But it
Yeah,
doesn't
probably
matter,
not,
They know
probably
who you
not.
are.
Yeah, probably not at this point. But
I mean, I honestly don't think it would matter much, regardless, because they know who you are at this point. Playing it, continuing the deception against the Matsu will probably only earn you ire.
Mm-hmm. So just basically lean into who Daisuke is at this point, right? All right. And at least it'll lower our strife too by 3. Like if I target a few people.
That's great for me.
Whoever you
So
target.
if you want to take over that, I will just put on some rice to boil, and utilize a like smelling stick to try to rouse the guy from my battlefield
Okay.
medicine pack.
Well, we're just gonna say you can rouse the guy, and he's just like, So who are you? Who are you people?
We're here to talk to, or I'll say, these people asked me to bring them to help find Ranzo Yoimachi. Apparently, they have some kind of deal worked out.
Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna say this before we get into this discussion. You did ask the lion his name, and he gave it. It is courtesy to do the same back to him, and if you don't, it is a minor breach of courtesy.
Yeah.
I have to warn that. Moving on.
I will reply to the guy making up a name on the spot and just say, my name is Ichigo.
Okay. Anybody else? It is also to, like, I don't know. Making up a name seems like a breach of sincerity or a breach of something.
It definitely is,
Yeah.
but I don't want him to think that I'm being insincere with him.
Exactly.
But I will still take the honor loss because it's a
Taking
personal
loss.
thing. I am
That-
still being discourteous.
That's
I'm still
fine.
lying.
I mean, it's either a loss not to say nothing, and it's a loss to say something
Exactly.
that's extremely a lie.
But I'm not going to be like, my name's Kushishiro Kuranagi.
There are ways around this if you want, if you're clever enough. But I'm not going to give you any hints on that.
I'm not being clever. I'm outside. When he did his introduction, he was inside, so I think I'm outside of it.
Sure enough, you're free and clear. Anybody else?
I'm trying to think of one of these clever ways now because I'm not that clever.
Just let me know how much honor I lose.
I'll say at the end of the game.
Well, Seely, Sasha, the reason why I was saying that is because we could just kill him, and then that's one bigger reason to go to Ranzo Yoimachi. But
I mean,
if there's
we
people
either
who
have to
know
figure
and
out
are following him.
We have to figure out something really clever right now, or Naren's gonna tell him his name, or her name, because like he already knows who Daisuke is. He's gonna be watching us. So from this point forward, the only thing we can do is make mistakes that will out us as who we are. And I don't know how we're going to do. Like Naren personally does not know how we're going to do what needs to be done with him without him finding out who we are or like doing something anyway. So if you have any clever ideas,
I
please
will
speak
say, if you give him your real name right now, you gain honor. That is a sacrifice of sincerity.
in. I'm real close to it. So
Oh God, you people! Why did I even involve you?
That's your fault. It's like, hey, wake up. It's like, oh, what? What is it? It's like, we need you out now. It's like,
me and you should
fine.
talk about our plan more.
I vehemently did state last game. Don't wake up the
Okay.
crane.
Who
Okay.
says their name? I just want to know who
We didn't
introduces
explain
themselves.
anything.
Like I
Okay,
want just because it's obvious who Daisuke is. Like Daisuke is not really gonna out himself that much. It's like, you know, he's doing shady stuff. He's like, no, I'm not gonna say it. So he's probably just gonna give like a fake name like Dorumaru or something of the
Okay,
sort.
you give him you give him an
Yeah, fake
alias.
Is the clever thing that you're talking about giving him our pre-Genpuku names, like our names as children?
I mean, that's pretty clever. I wasn't even thinking that, but that's pretty clever. Crystal, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna be slightly rude. I'm not going to give him a name.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Pleased to meet you, Spy-san.
and Naren, what is Naren going to do?
Okay.
Give him
Hear me out. I can only do that bond thing once per session.
Once per scene.
Once per scene.
But I can activate it to know what you're thinking, too. That goes both ways.
Do you want to
Sure, give me a message. 7 words.
act like you are mute?
That's still a lie. So I
If
don't
you
think that's
act
gonna
like
be
you're mute
different
and
than-
I introduce you, you won't necessarily take the honor loss because I will be the one making the action, right?
I don't have
If
to
you
act like
introduce her for
I already-
her and she says nothing, that's technically fine by me.
But I already spoke.
Yeah, she already
So
said
that's not gonna
something.
work.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
You said Matsu-san.
So,
you said, what's your name? Okay, never mind.
She says Yumiko.
Yumiko? Okay. And that is your pre-Genpuku name?
Yes.
Okay. That, you know what? You were once called that. That's still kind of your name. I'm gonna count it. I'm gonna say you skirted the honor thing. I have another idea in my brain of how you can do that, but I'm not gonna say anything because James is over there, and he's gonna steal
Might
people's
come up.
ideas.
Matt,
So,
whatever
I was-
comment you made, you were muted.
It's been.
You could tell us afterwards.
I'll
Thank
tell
you,
you at
James.
the end of the game session, sure. Anyways,
you-
the guy wakes up, and he says, "Who are you? What are you doing in here?"
Well, these folks apparently had some kind of communication with Ranzadio Machi that they wanted, or I'll just say the boss that they wanted to follow up with, and so I told him I would bring him to a place where we might be able to get that situated, or at
He
least
says
verify.
he says
That's the
he
thing.
says the boss is dead.
Oh, so you're one of them.
One of them. Just kill me and get it over with. I'll gladly
Look.
take my life for my boss.
Real quick before we move on too far, Matt, Tarek, can you guys write how you spell your fake names so I can pronounce them correctly, please?
Where do you want me to put it?
Just in the fucking chat where you would normally put
Gee,
things.
calm down. I didn't
Ichigo.
know if you wanted me to put them in a note section like you were building.
Okay, that's all I want.
I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm not actively in the scene anyway.
So, yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah, I get it. Loyalty to a dying master and all. Some thieves have, or some thugs have honor, I guess.
So
Look,
what are
I'm
you
not
doing
gonna
here if you're
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
kill
kill
me?
you. I'm not gonna kill you. It's not my job,
Saying
and
this
I
right
don't
from the
do
mouth.
jobs. I don't do jobs that I don't get paid for, and I especially don't do jobs that I might get thrown in jail for, with a Matsu standing around. So if you
So-
want to do what you got to do it. Otherwise, tell us what's going on here.
Your bitch should already know what happened. I don't know what you're doing here or where you're talking to me.
Ignore this one. We don't. The rest of us have no idea what's going on. You fled. You passed out. You said you had a story. Would you care to tell it? We did do you the courtesy of helping you out.
all... This one... Are you Karu?
My name is Yumiko.
Looking
I
at
am not Karu.
Huh. So you really don't know what's going on, do you?
Please enlighten us.
So where should I begin? My name... Oh, my head hurts. You guys wouldn't have any opium, would you? He pulls out his pipe and taps it.
I'm assuming the Matsu would step on us if we offered this guy opium.
Maybe that's
You
what we
have
want.
no idea. Maybe.
Well, I don't
How
have
about
it
this?
anyway.
I look at the
That's
Matsu
that.
and I kind of gesture toward the guy. Like, you got any?
Like,
He doesn't give any indication that he cares at all.
Does he give any indication of whether he has any on him?
Oh, that he has any on him?
Yeah.
he
Like,
raises
look at
his
his pocket?
eyebrow and says, you best get back to what you were doing.
Right.
that's spoken like a man who's carrying opium.
Maybe so. The Battlefield Medicine Pack says that it contains things to help deal with pain, stitch up wounds, or staunch bleeding. would it have something
I'll
I'll
similar to
have a
that in it?
painkiller in there that can step in for opium.
Yeah,
if
but
not
it'd
opium
probably be
itself.
willow bark.
Yeah, willow bark is exactly what I was
Sure.
thinking. So I'll pull some of that out and hand it to him.
He's like, he takes it and he chomps on it. He goes, "Guess this will do." All right,
What's your name?
you're not Dokugeru, that's for sure. So, this is my name is Keru Royama.
Can you spell that for me?
Royama.
Royama. Okay.
Royama. He says, actually, I'm going to put a Y in there. There. Ryoyama. I like that better.
Ryoyama.
Ryoyama. I'm Ryoyama. I was the number 2 man. Number 2 man under Kira. And we were about to own this town. You see, the Keru family, we were the guys in charge around here. Until the Emperor decided to give this town to the Mia family. And this, give me 1 second, I gotta remember this guy's name. He is, gotta open my mind node.
Open your mind.
Oh my god, it crashed. Yeah, that's Kero. Until this guy Kero Yuito decided to mess everything up. They call him a freaking wise frog. They call him a frog sage. They call him a saint. But all he did was destroy the Keru. We all went our separate ways. They all started calling us something different depending on who we were. There were those who became the Mia. There were those who decided to poison everything. Become the poison. And they're the Dokugeru. And then there's us. They called us the Boseki because we were ruthless. We knew how to take power. My boss, he was good to us. But then a new guy came walking in. An outsider. Rancid Yoimachi. This man had a presence. An aura about him. Let me ask you something. You ever feel really angry at somebody sometime? Like so angry you see red? You ever...
Yeah, all the time.
You ever been in a place where you were so scared that you could do nothing but run or freeze in place? You ever love someone so much that it was painful to be a part of them? Rancid Yoimachi sucked all that out of you and left you a husk. He was a demon. He started taking over our gang. He said that he could make sure that every single one of us got whatever we wanted in the afterlife. And then he decided he was going to take over. He said that this town was about to blow. And he wanted as many people here as possible to make sure that he could sit on a pile of corpses. He started with my boss. And he burnt down this boathouse with my boss inside. Me and my boss were in here. I can still smell my boss's charred flesh. Somehow the flames. He shows his leg. He burned my leg up. But I survived somehow. I woke up after the flames went out, covered in snow, and I put my boss's body to rest. And I've been keeping vigil here ever since, waiting to die, because there's nothing for me out there.
It just so happens to be.
I'd like to look at the grave marker. Does it have a name on it?
Yeah.
Is it the name of the old boss?
Yeah. Kiro Akira. Yep.
It just so happens to be that we're no friends of Rancid Yuimachi, and we would like to find out where he is. You must know.
Yeah. So I tried to make sure he fell. Our old hideout. Yeah, he's no longer there. I don't know where he is.
He's not in the new Boseki hideout.
He's not in the old Boseki hideout. I'll tell you that. But he said that the Bosekis were kismet with him. Boseki, well, it means tombstone. And he said that's the reason he came here in the first place.
Kismet? What does that mean?
Kismet is like one and the same.
Ah.
Kismet means like stars aligning, like things came together perfectly, that it was meant to be.
Fate, soul intertwined, elements of that as well.
They have a karmic tie together.
Between the stars, huh? Huh?
Maybe, somewhat. I'll tell you what. Before he took over the gang, yeah, he'd hang out at the graveyard, the terrace graveyard. Maybe you'll find some information about where he went there.
So, why stand a silent vigil here over your boss's dead body rather than actually doing something about it?
What am I gonna do with my leg hurts all the time. I'm hungry. I don't have enough opium.
Naren
I don't
offers
have
him a
any
ration.
friends out there.
Oh, I made rice.
Well, yeah, but the ration he can take with him.
Whatever life I had is gone. It's burnt. It's buried.
I think you
Akira's
just
defeated.
had a.
I'm defeated.
I think you forgot how to swim. And for a frog, that's a big problem.
Yeah, well, I'm just waiting for a crocodile to come and scoop me up.
I don't see a grave marker with your name on it yet. That means you're still alive. You still have a chance to do something about it.
Are you here just to berate me? Just to tell
Give
me
me
that I haven't done enough?
Give me that stinking
I'm
leg.
telling you the story. Maybe you can pick up the torch. Go kill Rancid Yoimachi.
Give me that stinking leg.
Yumiko looks over at the Matsu and says, kind of nods at him and says, "What do the lion think about Rancid Yoimachi?"
Lion says, Gare have been ordered to leave town.
There have been orders to have him found.
No, he says, there have been orders for the Karu to leave town, for the Mia to leave town by the end of the winter. The Karu part of the Mia, they go.
And I suppose it doesn't matter what happens in the meantime to you.
He thinks about it for a second. And he says, I don't know. He thinks about it. He's thinking about it for quite a bit. Yeah. And he scratches his chin. And he says, I'm an honorable man. I don't believe in those who decide to break the law. But I believe in redemption. I believe in penance.
I have a like a question about stuff real quick, like an OC question. Even though Naren is a Ronin, the rest of everyone else, and I'm on Mushi, thing I can't say.
Yeah.
But technically a samurai on a walkabout, and everyone else is a samurai. Aren't like duels between samurai legally recognizable as like law?
Yeah.
Legal, right?
The thing is someone of higher station can refuse a lower station. But a lot of times they won't if it's very public. Like if you somehow make them seem like it is a slight against their glory that they don't take it, but yeah, a regular samurai doesn't have to duel a Ronin, but they might. Definitely if the Ronin is very glorious and it's very public and they don't want to lose face.
Okay. Well, then Naren will just say there's plenty of ways to deal with a criminal that are legal.
If the guy gives me his leg, Kuranagi will attempt to like bandage him up.
Oh, it's the leg it's been a long time. It is what it is right now. He's got a disadvantage. That is his leg. He's got several disadvantages. His leg, his opium addiction.
Okay.
Really, I should have given you that as a disadvantage. Instead, I gave you loyal, but I'm a little bit making this up as I go along.
I forgot to inform you. I'm using the opportunity from my tea ceremony to remove one fatigue from him, at least.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
he'll drink the tea. He's like, oh.
What does the tea ceremony do for us?
Okay. So let's see. Downtime activity. So performance check. So targeting yourself and a number of other characters up to your ranks in culture who are also participants. Up to one other participant may assist, providing the usual benefits, which is essentially removes 3 strife from each target, plus additional strife equal to your bonus successes. And I've had multiple successes too.
So 5 strife from all of the targets that Matt names. Matt, name your targets.
All right. So, obviously Daisuke himself. Let's see. Kuranagi, I assume, assisted. So, the guy who needed the...
yes. Continue.
Yeah, the healing. So, I'm trying to think. So, culture... like
Karu
I have a rank
man,
to
yes.
culture. Huh?
Karu exposition.
Exposition man.
Yeah, and you know what?
I think that's it, right?
I'm
Do you have a 2 or 3 in culture?
Yeah, I have a 2 in culture. So I have a
So
2 in
that's-
culture. But you assisted, so I think you get like a
Nope.
free pass on that.
Nope.
So I could probably add one more person, if that's okay.
Fatcorn's been talking to us.
Oh.
This town needs an enema. Yeah, that's a sad story. Kind of like a $1 million baby, but not about the kind of like $1 million baby, but not about the boxing stuff. He lost his honor when he failed his master. He's got to use his special short sword to regain it. He's not a samurai. Well, I guess he is. I mean, Karu Ronin. I guess he could. Sure. Anyways, nope, just 2 people. So you and your target, Ryoma.
Okay.
Can I sentiment check what
Ryoma.
the Matsu said?
Huh?
Can I sentiment check the Matsu about his whole like he believes in law but also redemption thing?
Sure.
I want to see like if I can read his conflicted feelings about this subject.
It's gonna be theorize. Fire. I'm gonna make it fire. Theorize.
Okay, I'll spend a void. Hidden Tien.
That's why I hit it.
I wasn't sure because sometimes you don't mean to. That's why I'm asking.
Sometimes I don't mean to. You're absolutely right.
I know. Nice. Wait, that was supposed to be 5 successes. What did I do wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was an opportunity. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. I counted wrong in my brain. But still, I think that's probably going to be okay. I hope. And then I have 3 opportunity. Fire.
Is that a cat?
No, it's that side.
Kitty? I hear a kitty cat.
Yeah, Leo's jumping around on the desk for some reason.
Oh, for 2 opportunity negotiation, Zeus. I guess. Can I use that? It's 2 opportunity. You set someone else on the defense with fast-paced questions and demands. Choose a demand or statement the character in the scene has made. Their player or the GM for NPCs must tell you any hidden motivations behind that demand or statement. You said he seems conflicted. I want to know if he has any hidden motivations behind that statement. I want to know his deep feelings.
Hold on.
Ah. Okay.
There you go.
Here's the menace.
Hi, little menace, little baby.
Okay, so where were we? Y'all were gonna do something?
What you look like now?
I think that's all we need to know here. Kuranagi will leave him the food that you cooked. And I don't know that I have much more.
Okay. Y'all can lead them to the little shack.
You have no idea where the current Boseki hideout may be. No suspicions?
He said he's not at the old one. His old hideout was at the graveyard. Perhaps there's something there.
I suppose it's time for us to head out then.
One more question. Do you know anyone who might care about what Rancid Uemachi has done to the Boseki? Maybe you can tell us where to find them. Maybe they can help us.
He thinks about it. He says, there might be people who are against Rancid Yoimachi. You might find them. You might find them down at the bridge builder's place. But I wouldn't think that they'd talk openly at all about such things.
Yeah, especially with the Matsu hanging around us. I get it. Sad face. Okay.
I wouldn't be asking such questions anyways. If they know you're looking for them, they might find you first.
Right.
So, graveyard?
Maybe we can find some clues. It's the only other lead we have.
Out of character. Perfect. Going to a graveyard at night. How fun.
Naren turns to look at Daisuke and says, Dorumaru, perhaps you want to go home and get your beauty sleep after all.
Yes. I feel that I won't be making myself useful here at this point in time. See you back at the house.
Osili, does anyone want to go with him to make sure that he is not arrested?
Or just want to take your leave at this point.
Or if you don't want to participate, now is your chance to go home.
I mean, I'm still not sure what we're trying to do here.
I'm trying to find.
We're trying to find Rancid Yuimachi. I
Yeah.
thought that much was like
Well,
very, very clear.
Yes. That is the very general idea, at least. I'm not sure how useful I will be with this. And I kind of don't want to leave Daisuke completely alone.
I mean, I could still stay with the group. You could just, like, it's better to keep the group together, like, out of character.
Yeah.
Well, they know who you are, so we need you to go so that he follows you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So to keep the Matsu distracted away from me, but he could just tell someone else that's like, oh, hey, he split from the group.
We also don't want him to just like gank you in an alleyway if you're alone. So that's why someone should probably go with you. If Crystal's volunteering to have Sora go with you, then that's probably good, and we can have the 3 shinobi do shinobi things.
Fair. Yeah, we're only just we're just gonna be slowing you down.
Unless y'all want to come with.
Especially because with this guy following us, it presents a complication of like Crystal can't use her fire stick without being like, "I'm centipede" and screaming it into the void. So,
don't you mean the crowd?
The void.
The void knows everything. As you look into it, it looks into you.
She lifts her hand into the sky and shouts the kami to part the clouds, and the sunbeams come down and hit her and lift her up into the sky.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's very main character energy. They're going to be like, oh, I know that bitch.
Okay. All right. I'll make sure he gets home safely.
Right. We done here?
Seems like it.
Well, I guess I'm taking you to the next place.
She looks at she goes outside and like knocks on the door and says and doesn't say anything to Ide Youngso, just nods at him and says, "Let's go."
Nod and continue acting like I'm
bodyguard.
Yep.
Which is so funny. The short, tiny little man.
But at the same time, anybody who cares to look, I'm wearing armor under my kimono.
Kimono.
No, you're wearing armor on top of your kimono. There's
yeah,
no
you
hiding
can't
that
hide
armor.
your armor.
There's no hiding that
it's
armor.
not.
It goes
It's
on
not.
Over.
you have
That's why
gold
there's
armor.
that red. I stated that last session.
War gear.
Yeah, no.
Oh, he's not wearing
I'm not
it though.
hiding it.
Yeah.
I don't. But that's why there's that red visible. But I have a black kimono on top.
This is ceremonial war gear armor. Clothes cannot fit over it.
I thought he said he wasn't wearing the ceremonial.
No, he is.
He is?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Maybe I missed
He
it.
didn't.
Oh,
he
yeah,
Didn't
so
he doesn't have.
this is like
concealed
full on armor.
This is armor. Okay. You guys split up. Tamatu will go with Daisuke and Sora.
Well, that's one thing accomplished at least. And
Like we hope.
once they are like
out
good
his
ways
elbow for
away,
Sora to like hook her arm around. It's like, all right, let's go. Boom, boom, boom,
once they're
boom.
good ways away, Naren will say we shouldn't go to the
Shouldn't go the same
we
direction.
shouldn't go to the graveyard because he heard that that's where we were planning on going, and they're not there anyway. I suggest we consider going either to the boat, to the bridge, or wait and whittle some of the night away. Maybe we can go to a bar or something. I don't know. Just wait until we want to throw this guy off our scent, especially if he goes back and sends someone else to come for us, to come watch us.
I mean, I would suggest we use that opportunity as best as possible before he gets back.
So, to the bridge then? bridge builder's place?
I guess that could work.
The bridge builders is a sake house. It's not literally a bridge.
That's what it is. It's a sake house.
So
Yeah, but
well, then we are
there's
going to
likely
a
to be
tavern and-
people who are unsavory there in the middle of the night.
Probably.
That being said, I also don't feel like it's a big deal to go to the graveyard to find information.
Okay, but we should be quick about it because someone might come looking for us there.
True. I just don't want to miss an opportunity to get information if there is information to come to
Okay.
get there.
Then let's.
And even if another lion comes to us in the graveyard, like as long as we're not doing anything like bad, like
well,
we're
we
not
might
grave
send
robbing.
someone else to follow us, and then that.
Yeah, but then okay, you're following us to a graveyard. We're just looking around a graveyard.
Paying our respect. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the graveyard.
Okay.
Corey, you look like a ghost. When you lean forward, you become pale as a sheet.
Daisuke, Sora, are you just going home, or are you doing something different? What's going on?
You kind of think we should at least pretend like where we're going is home. So,
Not going actually home.
this guy is following us. Hopefully, if we go back to our boat
Mm-hmm.
to leave Lion District, he's not gonna follow us.
Sure. Boat's there. The servant's hanging out inside, having a drink at the docks. But he sees you when you get there. He finishes his drink. He comes on out to boat you back across the river.
Mm-hmm.
He inquires where the rest of you are.
They'll
Well,
be coming back on their own.
All right.
Yes.
Do I need to come back and wait for them?
if you would please.
What about Matsu-san here? Do I take him across too?
That decision would be up to him.
He shakes his head.
No. All right. So
Good
out of
evening,
character, I
Matsu-san.
want to kind of throw off the Matsu, like maybe not head towards the main island, but maybe go to Unicorn or Dragon District first, and then take another ferry back to
Okay.
our intended destination.
Okay.
So you okay with that, Crystal? Take like a long way around, essentially back to the castle.
I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
If you
All
would
right,
like
so-
to direct him somewhere else first.
Mm-hmm. First, we would like to stop by Dragon Clan territory.
Okay. Y'all get in the boat. Y'all shove off. You leave the Matsu behind. Matsu watches you go. And when he gets really tiny, you see him turn around and walk back into town. That's it. Is there anything else you want to do?
Well, aside from heading back home, I doubt any shops are open. But considering the scenario we were at, I'm trying to remember what the name of the proper armor was. The discreet armor that you can wear plain clothes over it, and you'll still be protected.
Concealed. It's called concealed armor.
Thank you, concealed armor. So Daisuke realizes that he has a big gap in his defenses because he was just in plain clothing. He's like, yeah, I should probably invest in concealed armor.
Well, the shops
Wonder
are closing down.
Well, no reason to go visit the shops if they're already closing down at this point. If there are any open, I'll probably window shop as Doromaru. If Moshisora.
I mean, there's not really windows, glasses.
Well, window shopping.
Big
what's available.
luxury. There's-
quote unquote window
They
shopping.
pull down the big boards and they lock them up tight.
All right. Well, if there's no reason to do that, then we're just gonna head back to the island then.
Yes, he seems to have stopped looking for us.
Mm-hmm.
Though I wouldn't be surprised if he knows where we're staying regardless.
Well, I better not give him more reason to report that we're heading directly back to the castle.
The other three, where are you headed? What you doing?
I think we're going to the graveyard, right?
You sure?
Mhm.
I mean, I think that that's smart. I don't know if everybody else does.
Okay, well,
I'm not talking for everybody.
let's go, but I suggest we make a brisk pace.
Okay, let's speed on over to the graveyard.
All right, the
The only thing
graveyard.
that I will say is, as it is a graveyard, there might be people there.
I mean, it's probably people everywhere.
Like grave tenders is what I'm saying.
The graveyard is on a part of the mountainside as the mountain lifts up over the city. And it is a walled graveyard. There is a gate in front, and the gate is open. There are many different kind of walled off sections or tiers to the graveyard. There's like a rich people area, and there's like a poor people area. The rich people tend to have big stone, like obelisk kind of grave markers. In the poorer area, you see wooden sticks that are put into the ground with their names written on them. Like little planks, they're painted white, and then they got calligraphy put onto them.
Okay.
They're like
The
lacquered
gate.
white.
The gate is locked, right?
Now the gate's open.
You said gate's open, so we can just walk right in.
You walk in.
Okay. Kuranagi would like to look around to see if there's anybody around.
Sure. You hear commotion coming from one of the richer areas.
Okay, but it doesn't look like there's a bunch of people like watching the graveyard right this second.
Not out front.
Okay. I would like to. I would also
there
like
are
to
some
try
people
to
on the
see.
street, and they see you at the graveyard, and they're kind of they instantly kind of turn around and steer clear from you as you were approaching the graveyard.
Is there anyone
I wonder
else
why.
watching us? Like, do I see a tail? Basically, now that I know that we were tailed previously, I'm looking out to see if there's a tail following us.
Give me a skill and an approach, and maybe I'll say that you see one or not.
Considering I know how to tail people, I'm gonna use skullduggery to see if I can find people in the places where I would look or I would be trying to tail a group.
Skullduggery.
And I would say water for surveying.
Sure, skullduggery, water.
Gulstuggery.
Do you want me to put a TN?
Nope, this is hidden TN.
Can I assist Kuranagi with this? Because I'd also like to keep an eye out for a tail.
Sure.
But following her lead because she's the professional sneaky lady.
Do you have skullduggery?
I do.
How could she not?
You never know.
It's very low, but I do have it.
I have great hearing.
Mm.
Did I re-roll 2 dice?
I think this one counts
Sure.
for hearing.
Yeah.
Okay. Re-roll those 2 dice.
You don't hear heavy breathing behind you.
Look at you.
I'd like to also be doing the same thing, but on my own. And I have subtle observer, so
Oh.
I'll be able to reroll 2.
Was that literally a 0? It came up with nothing. Okay.
Okay, when re-rolling, I drag them into the re-roll box and then hit finalize this step, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure because I haven't done that too often.
Wow. Your exploder was useful.
I can't believe you had 6 successes and you only kept 4.
I could only keep
Four
4.
dice. That makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking.
Damn.
Exploding explosive successes.
Yeah, that's a lot of strife too, but not bad.
Yeah, but I can handle it for right now.
All right. Both of you notice somebody. Tarek Kernagi just notices it through, because you have help, you are able to notice that there is a tail, but just barely. Kernagi, you're just like, yeah, that's definitely someone following. Not Kernagi. Youngso. You're like, definitely somebody's following us. They're really good, but I am that much better. You notice, because you got so many successes, you're like, yeah, that's a lion in that is definitely knows how to keep into the shadows.
Tap chest when I see that they've noticed them. Hold up a single finger to indicate there's only one of them. And then Kuranagi would know my hand sign of they're good.
They're good.
How would you know?
As in they're good at what they're doing.
Oh, I was like, they're good, like they're
in bed or at baking, or
like they're really sweet people.
They're skilled.
They're good aligned, as in they're neutral good. They worship Palor.
So I do have a faintly confused look because everything I know about lions says they shouldn't be good at this.
That's fair.
And very quietly say, they're definitely a lion, but I don't know how they got that good.
Well, we knew that they were going to be following us. It just didn't know that they would be this quick about it. Anyway, let's head in.
Okay. Yo.
I don't know how much I trust everybody else's ability to sneak around. But I don't. Let's focus on just trying to get information for now, and we'll see what comes of that. Hopefully, it'll be.
Yeah, we're aware there's a blanket. Whether it turns out to be a wet blanket or not, we'll find out.
So you do hear commotion, not like commotion, but you do hear people in the graveyard.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to take a look around to see if I can figure out who it is that's causing a commotion.
Okay, so
and Kuranagi will attempt to stick to the shadows.
All right, make yourself a skullduggery sneaky roll.
I don't. Can you take off the hidden TN?
Sure.
There we go. And what do you want me to do? Like a TN 0, and then how good I roll?
TN 1, and then all your bonus successes is.
If you're 4 skills in skullduggery, you need to pick up that ninjutsu that lets you hide an entire group of people.
I don't have that.
Do you get a hold of that?
Water to move around, yes. So skullduggery water.
Okay. I do have skulk, but that is only on initiative.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's something else.
Okay. Go.
It's called Vanish in the Shadows. You want to look at it.
A really good roll.
Yeah. Not bad.
It's not great, but it's a solid roll because there's no no strife. Okay, I'll use that opportunity to water. Do I have any strife? I don't think I do. Not anymore.
All right.
Okay,
I will spend that strife on or that opportunity on being extra sneaky about it.
There you go. You see this scene right here.
Okay.
There's a bunch of Boseki hanging out in the graveyard.
Do any of them look? Well, actually, we don't know what Rancid Yorimachi looks like.
Yeah, we do. He has a very specific presence. I feel like if we saw him, we would know. He has super pale skin and looks sickly.
Well, I don't know that any of them look. Well, this guy kind of looks.
None of them look like Yoimachi. None of them have.
He said he looks pale like a ghost.
None of them have an aura of ennui.
Is there like a massive mausoleum here?
Yes.
Okay.
Might be inside then.
Okay.
Do we need to drag our tokens onto the scene, or are you going to do that? If the game's positive.
I mean, only Kuranagi said he was sneaking up. She was sneaking up there. So
Okay.
I mean, if y'all want to trudge on up too, you can.
Let her deal with it first. She can always use her bond to tell me to come running in if I need to.
What is the commotion about?
Huh? They're just talking. They're just milling about. They're walking.
Oh, so
Emotion.
they're not like causing trouble with each other. They're just
No. Well, they're kind of causing trouble with each other in the way that, you know,
a gang does.
Yeah, like a gang does. Yeah, like
They're
you know,
doing the
they're
time
sna-
honored
they're
tradition of
playing
Yo Mama.
they're playing games like, you know, I'll hit you as hard as I can, you hit me as hard as you can, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
The
Yo Mama's
usual.
so fat. The pork dealer thought she was one of the ones to sell.
One guy's like, "Hey, watch me. I bet you, you know, 3 boo that I can jump from tombstone to tombstone all the way over here." That kind of, you know, general rowdiness.
They're hooligans. They're teenagers and they're hooligans.
Yes.
Or they're drunks and they're hooligans. They're hooligans. Yeah, put it on.
You do notice some clay pots around here. That didn't show up on the map, but there are some clay pots.
They better not be peeing in those.
Okay.
I just
mean,
thought of a thing that related.
They
to
don't
some
seem to
stuff
be
I
doing
saw in high
anything
school.
crazy. I
Gary
think
snorts in
we're
the
good to
ashes.
approach. They obviously are making a little base here. So as long as we're cool.
Do you want to do that yourself while you're pretending to be a Boseki guy, or do you want us to come in?
I guess I can walk up myself if you want.
No, I'm asking what you want. I don't know.
I
what you
think
want.
we
You
should
snuck
kind of
off on
come
your own,
all
so do you want us to
together.
rejoin you, or?
Yeah, I think we should all come together. So Kuranagi can sneak back over to y'all and be like, "Hey, it is a gathering place for them. Obviously, they're all having a conversation, bonking each other on their heads, doing the normal, you know, thuggery, graveyard thuggery. Perfectly natural situation for us to come and say hello to. You wanna approach Yoimachi? We might be able to draw some information from it. The only other thing is they're not gonna talk openly about something if I just stand there and listen. So we need to be more active participants and negotiate this nicely.
What do you suggest? My in to Yoimachi is not. I can't leverage that, especially if I'm hiding my face.
Well, I mean, the point of hiding your face wasn't necessarily just for the benefit of the Boseki. It was to make sure that people in...
Yeah, like the lion who's currently following us?
Well, yeah, but... I guess lion are wily enough that they might be able to get a good look at you from a distance, but
He's a ninja, so...
we don't know that.
Better hidden than you.
As far as lion are concerned, like they don't have ninja.
Yeah, and as far as the scorpion, they don't have ninja either.
Neither do the unicorn.
No one has ninja. This is not the ninja you're looking for.
So I still think we should go and talk to them, try to find out what we can. There's information to be had here. Maybe just let them talk.
What are we supposed to introduce ourselves as?
Whoever the hell you want.
And what's our business here? I'm trying to get our story straight, Kuronagi.
I mean, our business here is that I'm bringing you to try to get business with Ransu Yoimachi.
And I'm your bodyguard.
Wonderful. That makes sense.
He's another thug you hired because you're looking for business. And the Boseki might be hiring out goons.
All right.
Your muscle. As long as they don't recognize you, that is.
If they do, all bets are off.
Well, if they do, you might just want to say that who you are.
I know.
Obviously, something's going on here. There's a reason they're all gathered around. And there are these weird clay pots out there. I don't know what the hell that's about. Maybe sake? But they didn't look like sake cups.
One can only hope.
Or they didn't look like sake bottles.
Hopefully they're not cremation urns.
Well, I don't know about that.
Would you like to lead the way in?
Yeah, this way.
I stay to Naurin's one step behind her and one step to her left.
There you go. Y'all can put yourselves on the map however you want. Coming down that way. Coming from the north to the south. Y'all see your icons?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Y'all can walk on up. Put yourselves kind of where you want.
Game's still paused.
Can't move.
Can't move? There. Try that. Sorry about that. Stop right there.
I'll as I come up, I'll be like, "Hey."
Yeah. So these guys will stop. This guy will instantly get up, snap his fingers. These guys will come over here. This guy will walk up. This guy will come over here. These guys will come on out. They want to know what's going on. Hey, who do you think you are? Get out of here. This is not a place for you.
Do they have the, or do any of them hold the tombstone clubs?
Oh, yeah. This guy right in front of you is talking to you. Has one of those lacquered wooden tombstone markers in his that he's holding, and he's gesturing with it. This place is not for you. Get out of here.
Hey, look. These fine folk wanna look for some work.
Oh, they want to see the map. Oh, god dang it. Sorry about that. Map. Take. There's the map, guys. Sorry about that. Out there in the world, you can see the map now. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Turk.
Oh my gosh.
These folks were looking for some work. Said they got spoken to by some of our boys. Said that Ranch's Yomachi wanted to see him.
You come here in the middle of the night looking for work. This is not where you go. Get out of here.
What the hell y'all doing here anyway?
Looking for work. Who are you? I don't know any of you.
Look, who are you? I ain't about to be intimidated.
Who am I?
I'm part of the game.
Guys, let's get them. Let's get them, these guys. And they all start, I guess it's initiative.
Is he that one short guy from the Wet Bandits? I'm
Sure.
trying to remember. Oh, Joe Pesci. Is he like Joe Pesci?
Can I like do something that would like stop the initiative potentially before
Sure. You can stop something right now if you come up with something. But yeah, Tarek decides, who am I? Who are you? No, that's don't fight words.
This conversation's obviously not going well. So when the other guy starts yelling, Naurin puts a hand up, and like takes a step forward, and says,
My name is Naurin. I'd like to meet Rancid Yoimachi, but unfortunately we have a tail.
I heard of you. You're the one going around. You kill lots of people. Yeah, you kill anybody?
yeah, I don't know why I didn't expect that question. I probably should have, but she'll kind of stare him down, and say, "I'm sure you'd like to know."
Well,
But
tell
I'd
you
like to
what.
talk to you
And he kicks one of the clay pots over. He says, "Empty pots. Don't like that. Come back when you kill some people." Then you can see Rancid Yoimachi. He'll give you your
Would you like to
blood
duel
money.
right now?
He'll give you your blood money.
We could duel right now if you'd like.
You want to kill us? You never see him.
I don't want to kill you, but I would like to see Yoimachi.
Yeah.
And I think he and I could work out something that he would like a whole lot more than to see some heads roll.
Nah. The boss would like nothing more than to see some heads roll. Tell you what. Go out there. There's plenty of people that you want to kill. Kill one of them. Come back. We'll make it happen. You can get your blood money and see your Rancid Yoimachi. Come on, there's gotta be someone you want to kill. I hear
Someone you could easily kill.
I hear you guys have something against the lion. There's plenty of lion out there.
Who's the one you're talking about, Tarek?
The guy in the boathouse.
The guy in the boat. I really don't want to kill him. I was thinking about it earlier.
I mean,
that
he
could
wants
make,
to die.
He could make the sacrifice to help us stop the guy, but Naurin would feel so bad about even bringing that up.
It'd be a mercy to him, though.
Yeah, exactly. The samurai way, he wants to die because he failed his master. If you give him the "I'll be your second" and cut his head off, you could even bring the head with you.
All right. I didn't want to. I really don't want to. Sasha really doesn't want to, but I don't feel like I have a choice anymore. So we'll have to go back to talk to him. But oh no, this is making me sad. Okay. Naurin will nod and say,
I guess I know where to find you then.
Yeah, come on back.
Let's go.
Right. Pranagi follows after.
All right. That's the end of the game. Yeah. If all 5 of you were there, maybe you could have taken them.
True, but if we kill them now, we don't get the information we need.
Maybe.
But would have been fun. I think that would have been fun.
I mean, taking them on in a fight would definitely bar us from seeing.
I don't know that Yoimachi will care, to be honest.
Well, that's the information that I've gotten. I told him earlier. The guy that told Naurin about the head thing. He was like, "Yeah, just don't kill any Boseki because he won't see you then."
They said Rancid Yoimachi will pay you if you kill us, but we probably won't bring you to Rancid Yoimachi because we won't trust you anymore.
Yeah, and we don't know where he is.
I
so
see.
if we kill one of them, they won't take me because they don't think it's amusing.
Despite how amusing it actually is.
They're weird fellas, these Boseki. Anyways,
They are.
Yeah.
You've made quite a conundrum out of these guys.
Well, Kuranagi and I get a void point because we didn't use our auto.
If you breach sincerity by not introducing yourself back, lose 1 point of honor. If you lied about your name, lose a rank of honor.
That's diabolical.
Hey,
one's just being rude, the other's actively dishonorable.
I said both would lose the honor. I never said how much. Let me see here. Gotta look at the other stuff. Where is the other stuff? Alternate campaign stuff. Where is the stuff that I want? Man, can't find anything in this book. There we go. Let's see here. Everybody gain 3 points of courtesy for talking to Ryoyama. Courtesy and compassion.
I think since I was excluded from the loss, I'm also excluded from this. Since
you're also excluded from this. Yeah, 3 points for compassion. Everybody can get... No, not anything like that yet. I'm gonna say Daisuke and Sora lose 1 point of honor for courage.
May have been the smarter move, but
and that is it. That's it. 2 experience points. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next week. I guess, right?
I would hope so.
From James
I'll
Crystal.
be there, or I'll be swear.
From James Crystal, Sasha, Matt, Tarek, my name is Corey. Go roll some dice.